One Piece has some of the most unforgettable characters in anime, and among them, Nami shines as one of the most beloved. She's smart, stylish, and has a sharp tongue that keeps even the toughest pirates in check. Whether she's taking down enemies with her climate act or keeping the Straw Hats from going completely off the rails, Nami always proves she's essential to the crew. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most iconic Nami moments, from her funniest antics to her most emotional victories. Number 10. Nami vs. Miss Doublefinger, a battle of wits and weather. Nami's first real fight in the series wasn't just about strength, it was about brains. Facing off against Miss Doublefinger in Alabasta, Nami wielded her newly invented Climatoct, which at first seemed more like a party trick than a weapon. But Nami, being the genius she is, figured out how to use it on the fly, turning her battle into a thrilling display of weather-based attacks. This was Nami's first true solo victory, proving she wasn't just a navigator, she was a fighter too.
Am I?
And let's be real, she looked awesome doing it.
It doesn't hurt at all. Do you have any idea what kind of pain she's been going through? It doesn't matter if I lose a foot or a leg or two or even an arm. I don't care!
Number 9. Anytime she puts the monster trio in their place. Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji may be the strongest fighters in the crew, but there's one person they're all terrified of. Nami. Whether she's smacking Luffy for blowing their money, scolding Zoro for getting lost, or shutting down Sanji's flirting, Nami is the undisputed boss of the Straw Hats. These moments...
Censorship's free will be fine, so no worries, right?
Number 8. Nami's 1 billion berry rescue fee for Vivi.
Please protect the princess! I beg you!
So, about this reward. I'll take it, alright? How does a billion berries sound?
Nami?
Surely you weren't suggesting your princess's life is worth less than that. Right?
Nami's love for money knows no bounds, and episode 66 proves it in the funniest way. When the crew first meets Princess Vivi and agrees to help her, Nami doesn't miss a beat. She immediately demands a 1 billion berry fee for their services. Of course, Luffy and the others don't even think about the money, but Nami stays true to herself, making sure to remind everyone that saving a princess should come with a hefty price tag. It's classic Nami, always looking for a payday, even in the middle of an adventure.
And I'll consider calling us even.
Someday you're gonna die a horrible death.
Number 7. The Who's Fighting Enel debate in Skypiea. Nami and Usopp are the ultimate we don't get paid enough for this duo, and nowhere was that more obvious than when they were trying to decide who should fight Enel. Instead of focusing on the terrifying god of lightning in front of them, they bickered over whose turn it was to step up. This was peak One Piece comedy, right in the middle of a life-or-death battle. And honestly, we'd all react the same way if we were in their shoes.
Please save me!
What hell? I thought you came here to save me, you spineless chicken! Well, what? Take your rearing gear and save me right now!
How do I do that exactly? We are fighting God.
Oh, yeah.
Behold! Usopp spell! A splinter embeds itself deep under your fingernail.
That hurts just thinking about it.
Cover your ears, you idiot! This stuff can kill you!
So in a way, Luffy's dumb decision actually worked out. Number 5. I wish that bathtub dropped on your head. Sanji's ultimate rejection. Sanji's endless flirting is legendary, but Nami shutting him down is just as iconic. After he saved her during Eni's lobby, Sanji excitedly asked if she had fallen for him. Without missing a beat, Nami shot back. I wish that bathtub dropped right on your head.
Did you just fall in love with me all over again?
I wish that bathtub had dropped right on your head.
Cold, brutal, hilarious. This moment perfectly captured their dynamic. Sanji's hopeless devotion, Nami's sharp tongue, and the comedic timing that makes One Piece so great. Number 4. Offering 200 million berries to save Camie in Sabaody. For someone who loves money as much as Nami, you'd think she'd never willingly give up 200 million berries. But when Camie was about to be sold into slavery, Nami didn't hesitate to offer everything they had to buy her freedom. It was a moment that showed Nami's growth and compassion.
Could really be.
Yes, it is! Baby! They're selling her! Do something!
I'm on it. We'll get her back, no problem. 200 million is gonna be more than enough.
We'll start at
500 million!
Sure, she still loves treasure, but at the end of the day, she values people more. And that's what makes her one of the best Straw Hats. Number 3. Gaslighting Lola into helping the Straw Hats. Nami might not have a devil fruit, but her manipulation skills are top tier. When she encountered Lola the zombie warthog in Thriller Bark, she managed to convince her that she was actually a man.
The truth is, I'm a man! You mean it? Yeah!
And not just that, she also pretended to be rooting for Lola's marriage to Absalom, one of the creepiest villains in One Piece.
We're friends! Nami! I've tried being as sweet as I can, but he just won't notice me. Well, of course not, Lola. You're going about this all the wrong way. You need to be more aggressive.
This ridiculous but brilliant scheme turned an enemy into an ally, helping the Straw Hats escape a dangerous situation. And the best part? It completely humiliated Absalom. A true win-win. Number 2. Nami versus Kalifa. A fight she won. When even Sanji couldn't. When Sanji refused to fight Kalifa because of his chivalry, it was up to Nami to step in, and she delivered. Using her upgraded climate tact and her sharp mind, Nami completely outplayed Kalifa, despite her powerful devil fruit abilities. This was one of Nami's best fights, proving she wasn't just a navigator, she was a strategic fighter who could take down strong enemies on her own.
Finger pistol! Well, I'll be. I guess you're not just another illusion.
You'd have to be a fool to disregard a navigator's forecast. That's our last tempo!
Number 1. Luffy, help me. Nami's most emotional moment. Without a doubt, Nami's most iconic moment is when she finally asked Luffy for help in Arlong Park. After years of suffering under Arlong, she had lost all hope. She tried to handle everything alone, believing she had no choice. But in one of the most emotional scenes in One Piece, she finally broke down, stabbing her own tattoo in frustration and crying out,
Arlong! Arlong! This has nothing to do with you. I told you to leave this place.
Yep, you sure did.
So leave! I told you to leave!
Luffy, help me.
Luffy's response? He gently put his hat on her head, walked straight to Arlong's base, and wiped the floor with him. This wasn't just Nami's defining moment. It was one of the greatest moments in One Piece history. It set the standard for what the Straw Hats stand for: friendship, loyalty, and fighting for those who need it most.
It's them.
And there you have it. Nami's 10 most iconic moments. Whether she's scamming enemies, delivering knockout punches, or making us cry, she always keeps us entertained. What's your favorite Nami moment? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more One Piece
We are
content.
fighting God.